to the divine this morning, and the thing that came up was dominion. Taking dominion over your own life. Now, sometimes as spiritual people, there's this tendency to think of dominion as a bad thing, as some kind of, oh, we're going to try and control the world. No, no, no. This is about taking dominion over your own affairs. Dominion over your own life. Dominion over the fact that you are no longer subject to circumstances, and whatever happens or whatever, you're just going to start reacting to it as if you have no power inside of you. It's about taking authority over the events in your life. Well, you can't control everything. I know that. That's not what I'm saying here. And we can't definitely, there's mass mind consciousness out there, people thinking all kinds of negativity, whatever, creating all kinds of stuff. But what we can do is take authority and take full responsibility for what we allow to keep in our mind, what we talk about, how we react to the things happening in the world. We can be those that know who they are. I say this all of the time, but I feel as if I really need to hop it up. But you know what? The divine has to say this to me over and over again myself. So I get it. But it doesn't serve me to play small with any of y'all. Because you guys are powerful, same as I am. And you're powerful. Literally. This isn't just something we just talk about. No, you are powerful. You do have the ability to create a better life experience if you're not liking the one that you're living right now. You have all the choices. Nobody else can do it for you. I am not coming here as some kind of, oh, let me carry you. No, there's no carrying. I can't do the push-ups for you. I can guide you. I can teach you. I can invite you to come and learn. I can give you opportunities to come and learn. But in the end, it's going to be you that actually has to implement the stuff. It's going to have to be you. It's like, okay, I was speaking with the divine this morning. I was talking about, we're royalty. We are royalty. I'm a queen. You're a king, whatever, queen, king, whoever you are. We are royalty. You get to choose how your life plays out. Is this going to be a time of expansion or a time of contraction? I had two people this morning, actually. I'm going to look at my emails after I've done all my own quarter. And I had two people telling me stories. One asking for free stuff. One, in my mind, I'm thinking, are you kidding me? I do a heck of a lot of free stuff. If you can't go and look through my free stuff, maybe I'm not the person to be speaking to you. But asking me, well, and then somebody else telling me their story as if, listen, please, you hear me, but hear my heart as well. I am not saying that our sad stories are unreal. I am not saying that what you've been through is not what you've been through. I am saying, yes, you did go through that stuff. It wasn't great. It wasn't easy. Life hasn't always played out the way you wanted it to. Yes, you've seen some success, but nowhere near where you want to be. Yes. All of these things, yes. However, it doesn't serve you for me to say, oh, so sorry that this happened. Oh, I can understand why you can't progress. Of course you can still progress. It doesn't matter what anybody did before. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. You are the one that gets to choose, is this going to define me or do I define it? Is it going to define me or do I define it? And I know this stuff sounds like, oh, just some motivational something. It's not. We are spiritual people. We know that we contain the divine. It's not just talk. It is literally that you need to learn some new skills because the world has taught you to act like a victim of fate and circumstances and events. And you don't know how to rise up as a warrior. You don't know how to rise up as a fighter, as a deliberate millionaire, someone who lives life deliberately. I used to do the passive thing. I've done it. I probably still do it in parts of my life. It's just today, the divine was calling me to arms, and I am calling you to arms as well. We don't let the world tell us how we feel. People telling me their story and telling me about how, I don't know, somebody was saying something. Anyway, I'm not going to go into their specific story, but they did say some story, and I get it. It is sad. It was hard. But the truth of the matter is that this person created their life. You will not be defined by your past. No, Sonia, never. You know what? This person or anybody that has a sad story right now, I love you. I do. I really love you. But this is the thing. Your life was created before all these events right now. People are using this event right now to say somehow that, oh, well, you know, whatever. No. You got here before all this stuff started happening because you were thinking a certain way, acting a certain way, pretending that you were weak and unworthy of good things. And I'm telling you that until you change that thinking, it doesn't matter what's happening in the world. It doesn't matter when everything comes out, whenever you come out the other side of this crazy particular crisis right now, you will still keep creating the same nonsense if you do not choose to change the way you're thinking. If you do not choose, I feel the fire coming out of me, man. If you don't choose a different way of thinking, of being, of acting, you will just keep creating the same story. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. It doesn't matter anything because you'll just keep creating the same drama over and over and over and over again because it is you creating it. It is not happening to you. It is you creating it. You know what? When we were babies, when we were children and our parents did all kinds of crazy stuff, yes, we can say that, they shouldn't have done it. They didn't, but they did the best they knew how. That's the truth of it. At some point, we grew up, and at that point, we had to take full responsibility. Am I still going to be defined by their story, by the story they tried to put on top of me? Or am I going to take back authority over my life? Am I going to take full responsibility for how my life plays out? And that's a scary thing, I'll tell you right now. Because it's easier to blame the government, to blame the virus, to blame this, to blame that person that said that thing, that did that thing, and that person that betrayed you, and the other person. I get it. These things are painful. These things are scary. I don't diminish that. And I don't even say you shouldn't feel the feelings of it. But I do say, do not allow that to then define you. Feel the feelings and then decide, you know what? I'm a warrior. I rise. I overcome. I stand and therefore I keep moving forward. I will figure out how to tap into my personal power because we all have personal power. It's like I feel this queen energy coming on me. That's how I felt this morning, and I still feel it now. I am queen, and I am calling other queens and kings to rise. This is not about queen, I'm the queen, and everybody else is just some. No. We're all kings and queens of our own territory. It's just that, you know what, maybe I'm one step ahead because I've spent a lot of time learning some of this stuff. Some of y'all are even ahead of me. And that's fine because I'm just here to remind you who the heck you are, to give you tools and skills to step into your true place in life. If you continue to do what you're doing right now, nothing will change. It doesn't matter whether the virus comes and goes or comes. That doesn't matter. This is just a blip in your life. People are treating as if it's forever. No. Some of y'all are going to, if you're anything like me, I've decided I am here for 120 years, which gives me another at least 80 years. Okay? So it doesn't matter what I did. I spent most of the first 30 years of my life or so living passively. But you know what? That's just a blip. That's just a blip compared to the remaining 90 years that I have decided that I am on this planet for. And the same with you. This whole thing that is happening right now, maybe 1 year, even if it is that long, it probably won't even be. Next thing we know, it's all over and it's gone. But whatever happens, it's a blip. It doesn't define you. And I don't even want to talk about it because it doesn't matter. There's always something. There's always something. There's always rumor of this or that happening. There's always something. And there will always be something. If your life is determined by what is the something happening, what is going on here, then of course you're going to keep contracting or keep getting smaller because you're always reacting. Oh, honey, remember who you are. Come on now. I love you all. I love you guys, but you know what? You have been given dominion over your life and your affairs. Are you ready to rise into that position? You do need new skills. You know what? In some ways, I used to hide from saying this because it almost felt like, but does it matter in this whole spiritual side of things? Does it? Yes, it matters. Yes, you need to do the practical work. Absolutely. But some of y'all can't even do no practical work right now. So you may as well make sure that you're doing the internal work so that you are putting yourself in a position to see opportunities when they arise and you can act upon them fast. I've had people asking me, because I teach people about business as well. Messenger of Light is going to open at some point. You can join that then. But I teach people that kind of thing. I had somebody else asking me about, what is the quickest way for me to make money? Which sounds like such a reasonable question. I know it sounds like such a reasonable question. If you are a mass mind thinker, then yes, that's a reasonable question. Because that's the kind of question people ask and then start living a life that has nothing to do with their purpose. Nothing to do with their purpose, because all they're thinking about is, how can I pay my bills? How can I quickly get some money? What will give me money fast? Oh my God. Money has become your master. Come on, seriously. Money is not your master. You are the master of it. You are the one that determines, this is how I'm going to make money. So money, you best come and serve me. Frankly, you best come and support my vision. You are the one that determines this stuff, not the other way around. But the world has told you that, you have to do whatever you have to do for money. I lived that story too, so I get it. I don't come to you as someone that always got it right. I don't come to you as someone that always gets it right even now. Hey, Reginald, how you doing? Basically, I don't always get it right even now. I'm just close to the divine. And so I notice I also have a coach to point out when I'm being cray-cray, okay? Because because the way I live, I suppose, to most people, it's kind of crazy. I'm glad I'm giving you live, Sonia. The way I live, in some ways, is kind of crazy. And it wasn't until I started to own the fact that I am different. The things I'm called to, they're different from most people. Even the ones that call themselves spiritual and religious, when it comes to it, they will rather make decisions based on what they can see in their physical reality than actually the truth they know inside of their hearts. And I was that person for a long time, but I can't be that person anymore. If I get to the end of my life and all I did was react to things happening around me, I may well have never lived. What's the point? So yes, I've owned that difference. People don't get me. People think, I've even had people sending me messages because I home educate my children. Oh, why don't you create programs for home educating parents? Because it's not my mission. That's why. Has nothing to do with what I think I'm going to change my mission now because things happen in the world. No, that is not how I live. I am led by the vision inside of me. I am led and guided by the divine inside of me. What is happening out there? It doesn't matter. That does not take me off course. Yes, I get scared. Of course I do. I'm human. I get scared, but the fear is not allowed to define what I do or don't do. I don't change course based on I used to. I was saying this to my husband yesterday, that I wasted so much time listening to this person telling me, you should do it that way. You should do it that way because that other person did it that way and they won that way. And I was listening to all of these people up, down, everywhere. I was so confused. I am so grateful I did not make millions that way. I might have even thought that I should stay there killing myself trying to be somebody that I'm not. My inner Nigerian is coming out right now, basically. I can hear my accent is just destroying. But this is it, guys. You are born and capable. Born for and capable of a heck of a lot more than you give yourself credit for. You get to design a life that makes you feel fulfilled and free and financially abundant and love drenched. You don't have to put up with old relationships that you don't like anymore. You don't have to put up with work you don't want to be doing anymore. You get to choose whether you're going to live from within or continue to react to everything out there and give your power away. You are powerful. You can create a successful life on your own terms. Everything happening in each moment is just a blip. But each decision you make is building an amazing life or a small, crazy little life. What will it be for you? At the time of this recording, Return Home to Peace and Plenty is closing tonight. It is where I teach you the skills of deliberate life design. I don't promise you some kind of magic bullet. There is no magic bullet. It took you years to build this life that you're building right now. If you want something else, it's not going to take you years because now you're very deliberate about it, but it's going to take you some time. The time, guess what? The time is going to pass anyway. So you can keep doing what you have always been doing and keep getting the same results or even worse. Or you can use the time, use the skills that I teach you in the next 3 weeks, and grow a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life. You are royalty. You are royalty, but you have forgotten your throne. You have forgotten your power. You were trained by the world to act like a victim, but you don't even know it because everybody around you is acting the same crazy way. Except you guys that are listening to me, there's always been something inside of you that said, there's something more for me. The question is, will you act on that? Will you trust that inside of you? Or will you look at the world, see what everybody else is doing and start acting like them? You are the one that could show the way to many. But first and foremost, you show the way to yourself. You come in to return home to peace and plenty, not because I'm your savior. Please don't come there because I don't want no needy people. I love you. I love you. I will listen to stories. Listen, I am, sometimes when I'm doing this, I don't want to come across as completely not caring because I know what it's like. I've myself have been through arm robbers. My father's spinal cord being severed. So losing his ability to walk, changing out the direction of my whole family's life. I've seen my mom working her ass off trying to keep us afloat. I've seen us pretending to have it all together when things were really not working out because my mom was doing her best. My dad was depressed. I've seen stories. I get it. So I don't want you to think I don't get it, but I know this. It doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't matter what has happened. If anything, everything that has happened has made you stronger. If you will use it for your benefit as opposed to as an excuse not to move forward. I know it can feel like, yeah, but you're not in my situation. Okay, you can keep telling yourself that story if you want to. Because nobody did anything amazing and started from a place of, you know what, I have lots of money and I have lots of time and everything in my life is working so well. So now I will go and create an amazing life. Nobody started there. Everybody started at, oh my gosh, the whole place is falling apart. It feels like I can't do anything. It feels like everything is crazy, and still somehow in the middle of all of this craziness, I am going to start building a life that I actually want. When I started my business, honey, I was bankrupt. I had just come out of 4 years of freaking depression. I was crying all the time because I felt like I just don't even know that I can do any of these things. It was there in the middle of the craziness that I decided, well, I have to. Because if I don't, then I know where my life is going and I don't want to go there no more. I know where my life is going and I don't want to go there no more. I had 3 wonderful girls. I would look them in the eye because they were literally the only reason I could keep going. I would look at them in the eye and I thought, you know what? No. They are not going to grow up thinking that we give up when things get hard. They are not going to grow up and think that they have no choice. They're not going to grow up and think that women have less opportunity than men. No! And so when I want to give up, I will look at them. Okay, we keep going. We keep freaking going. And I don't say this stuff lightly because this journey, it's not easy all the time. It's not. Yes, in the midst of craziness, you rise. It's not easy all the time. So I know why you would sit on the fence and doubting. I know. And yet, if you want more, you're going to have to get off the fence. And you're going to have to go and claim it because there is power within you that is waiting for you to unleash it. The divine is waiting for you to say, you know what, I am serious this time. Not just begging and asking you to please come and rescue me. No. I am actually serious this time. I recognize that I am royalty who has forgotten who I am. I am ready to remember. If you resonate with my work, you need to work with me. in return home to peace and plenty, in which case you need to message me the word plenty and join in. You only have a few more hours before this investment level is never going to be repeated again. I say it right now, hear it right now. It's not going to be repeated again. So whatever story you're telling yourself, it's only going to be more expensive next time. So, okay. Message me the word plenty. We get you going. Again, I am not your savior here. I am teaching you skills that you have to use consistently. I still use them to this day to continue to expand. Not because there's some kind of magic button you now press and then suddenly life is changed. No, sorry, that's not how it works. Okay? How it works is that you start doing things differently. You start thinking differently. You start behaving differently. And then life starts opening up. You have to see it before it shows up in your physical reality. And even when it hasn't shown up in your physical reality yet, you have to have the faith and the confidence, which is part of the skills that I'll be teaching you, to keep doing these internal things as well as listening for the guidance and doing the external thing to move you forward. The choice is yours. The time will pass anyway. So either you're going to contract or you're going to expand. To claim back the life that you are born for is not a complicated thing, but it does take you being very consistent, implementing certain things every freaking day. Guys, I wake up at 4 o'clock every day. I'm not saying everybody else needs to. As I say, I home educate my 3 girls. I have to wake up before the household, or I choose to wake up before the household. When I was saying to them, when they've grown and gone, I'll probably start waking up maybe about 6 or 7. But for right now, I do what I have to do to create the life that I want for myself and for my family and for all the people that I feel called to serve. I cannot make excuses, neither can you. We are divine beings, man. We've just forgotten. And so all of this is practice, getting us back to our true power. But there is a time of practice. And in that time, it can sometimes feel like, is anything even working? This is a transitional period. And that's why you want to be working with somebody. That's why you definitely want to come into the Deliberate Millionaire, because it's at that time that you're ready to quit, saying, no, it's not working for me. It's not working for me. Then I tell you, it's not, you're not going through anything that other people have not gone through. The ones that stay the course are the ones that win. Okay? That's why you want to come and work with someone like me. Because it's not like I don't take you out of the darkness. The darkness comes, but we walk through it together. We walk through it together. We clear as much as we can, and we keep you moving forward. If you want to start working with me, it is return home to peace and plenty. No stories, no dramas, don't tell me stories. Because you know what? When I started, I had all kinds of stories I could have told, but I was done. I was tired. I was fucking fed up of living beneath my potential. Are you? If you are, then no excuse. No excuses anymore, guys. I feel for you, and we will do the healing work to get you clear, but you still have to move. We're going to sing the affirmation. We're going to bring this to a close, or else I will talk forever. I am creating success on my own terms. I am fulfilled and free. I live true to myself. I am powerful. I'm capable. I remember who I am. I live true to myself. Let's go. If you want to work with me and return home to peace and plenty, you need to send me the message plenty, or the word plenty, and you need to share this with somebody else. Come on, you need to share this with somebody else right now. People need to hear this in this time. Come on. Here we go. I am creating success on my own terms. I am fulfilled and free. I live true to myself. I remember who I am. I am powerful. I am capable. are. The past does not define you. It has happened. It has made you strong. Now use it for your expansion. Use it for your expansion and stop holding on to it. Stop holding on to things that are still hurting you. If it feels painful, let the freaking thing go. Nothing is too sacred for you to let go. Let it go. Read my post yesterday about blood relations, because some of y'all, that's where most of your pain is coming from. Okay? So, I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I see us all rising up in our power. All of us shining as lights on this planet, making a difference. I know sometimes it can feel like you're too small to make a difference, but it's a lie. You are here for a reason. Shine your freaking light. Okay? And if you're ready to work with me and return home to peace and plenty, then go send me the word plenty. I'll get the link over to you right now, as well as share this with someone else. I love you guys so much. I really do. Okay? Let's do this thing together. Let's do this thing together. Until the next time, much amazing love.